As you may know, it is World Suicide Prevention Month, and yesterday I did a talk about suicide prevention, but also mental health in general at Varsity College in Westville. And the message that I wanted to get across is that if you are clinically depressed, and I'd like to make a distinction between being depressed through circumstances and actually having what's colloquially called a chemical imbalance. The latter, you will have to be on medication like I am. I'll be on medication for life. However, there are circumstances in which you can find yourself depressed as a result of perhaps losing a loved one, or perhaps getting retrenched, losing your house, things like that. The main message that I wanted to get across is that for me, in the very dark times, and at the moment in general, things aren't great. Right now, as I'm making this video, I'm fine, I'm good, and the talk yesterday is largely responsible for that. But in the very darkest times, I cling onto a reason not to die as opposed to a reason to live. And that reason is my mom. She and my dad, he passed away 2 and a bit years ago, and I just couldn't leave my mom without a husband and without an eldest child. It's very difficult to look after someone who is depressed, and to the extent that I have been in the dark places that I have been to. So I couldn't possibly do that to my mom. And it's just clinging onto that reason not to die. However, I'm looking for reasons to love. Well, I suppose, and to love. And when times are good, when times are better, then I start thinking, the reasons are that I want to do something in life that brings me fulfillment, but that also makes a difference. And, the freelance writing that I do at the moment, as I have said in previous videos, it's okay. It brings in some money, but it's not real meaningful investigative journalism or writing for, websites that people can appreciate the writing and enjoy what I write, and that I can get fulfillment out of it. So the message is, whatever it is that you have to cling on to not to die when you're in a dark space, just do that, hang in there, and when things get better, and they will, then you need to cling on to the things that you have to live for. So to get to the talk at Varsity College, that was basically the message that I wanted to get across. And you never actually know when you're speaking if it is hitting home. However, everyone was really, really nice to me. Some students came to talk to me afterwards, and when somebody says that your words did affect them in a positive way, that makes me feel really good, and like I am doing something that is important and that can help. And last night when I got home afterwards, I got an Instagram message from one of the students to say that some of what I'd said had really hit home, and how it had inspired him to mend a relationship with somebody that had hurt him badly in life. And that's fantastic. And it just makes me feel that if I reached one person, that's incredible. And maybe someone sees this video and it gives them something to keep them going. That's more than I ever thought that I could do. So thanks to everyone at Varsity College. As I said, they were really nice to me, and it was a good experience. There were more talks coming up, and as I have said before, I would like this channel to become something where I can have guests on and talk about mental health issues, because if it's just one person talking about the same thing, it can get quite boring. So if you've arrived at this video, please give it a like, subscribe if you wish, and comments are always very welcome. I will reply to all of them. And let's just try and together break the stigma and let people know that we need to take mental health seriously. It's something you can't see, which makes it so difficult. And personally, since I was diagnosed at 19, I wear this mask. And when I, just give an example, feeling terrible, there's a security guard at the complex where I stay. I'll come in, "Hi Stephen, how are you?" "Good, everything's great." And everything isn't great, but that's the mask that I put on, And the reason that I do that is because I was so embarrassed about it when it was first diagnosed at the age of 19. So I've become so good at putting up a front and pretending that everything's okay. And I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I really don't. It's inside here is just absolutely crazy. So that's where I'm at. Please have a look at some of the other videos. I know this is very amateur, but I'm hoping that it will get better. And if I can have someone on to have a chat and we can improve the channel and hopefully help some people in their lives, that would be fantastic. So anticipate more videos. I'll put a link to my book in the description of the video. I'd absolutely love it if anyone were to read it and it could make a tiny difference. So look out for that, and thank you very much.